Hello, all. My name is Devi. I'm a mom of a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. The person behind the camera is my husband Kumar. We are creating this video to educate about good touch and bad touch for the kids. So, why we started was mainly after the repeated news of kids getting raped, a 8-year-old, a 11-year-old. That was something like creating a fear among us and an anger, like trying to say like, why did somebody act? Why are they treating kids like this? So there was kind of a mixed emotions within us. So then we started talking about all these issues, how to solve it. Then we finally went into like saying like what is our part, how can we as a parent teach kids about good touch, bad touch. So now that comes to a question like, what is the right age to teach the kids about good touch, bad touch? And I went to my pediatrician and I asked the same question, can I teach my 4-year-old about good touch, bad touch, or am I scaring him? She told like 5 is the minimum age to teach your kids about good touch, bad touch, and it's never too late to teach them. You can always teach them, like speak to them in general. Don't need to tell them anything specific or like kind of something frightening. In general conversation, we can talk to them. So, mine is a 4-year-old. Can I still? Yeah, we can still teach my 4-year-old like what is a good touch and bad touch. Now, the question came was like, how do I teach as a parent my son, my kids, the good touch, bad touch scenario? So she told like, take it common like whenever you're giving your kid bath, right? Um, you can tell them like, see, these are your private parts. Nobody can touch it. Parents, we are helping to clean you until you get older to clean yourself. But until then, like nobody else, no one, no stranger, no one should touch you there. Okay, so if somebody touches, right? How do we teach the kids how to react? Let's say for example, let's take two scenarios. The first one is a bus. So you know the bus, a public bus or a private bus. Let's say like if it is a 30-seater bus, sometimes that 30-seater bus is not just for 30 people or 35 people. It goes beyond 35. Sometimes it's 40, 50, 60. So these buses become so overly crowded, right? That's one scenario we are trying to picturize, where it is overly crowded and it's a rush hour where everybody wants to go on time, right? And when a parent takes the kid into that crowded bus, they wanted the kid to be safe somewhere, so they might ask the kid to sit on a stranger's lap. So again, this is about like stranger's lap, right? Or it can be sitting next to a stranger. So the kid is very little. Imagine the kid is very little and they sit next to a stranger. And if the stranger is like slowly progressing towards touching the private part without the parent knowledge, right? The kid will obviously doesn't know what to do, and the stranger might say like nothing is wrong, everything is going fine, right? So the kid is confused, they don't know. But what happens if the kid has been taught about good touch, bad touch? Say first time the stranger tries to touch their private parts, slowly progressing, let's teach the kid, no, you should not touch. Ask them to tell that. Now, if they again repeatedly trying to do the same thing to that little kid, teach the kid, like tell them that nobody should touch, so they have to be more strong this time, telling them, shouting no, because kids are good at screaming. I have a very low voice, but my son, he screams a lot. The kids have so amazing power to scream, so make use of that screaming capacity, right? Tell the kids to scream for help, and if the stranger is not leaving, teach the kids like to run away from that particular spot. So these are like small instances we can teach them playfully. I teach my son like, uh, if somebody is touching your private part, what will you do? He would immediately say, Mom, I will run away, or I'll call the cops. The cops will be around somewhere. I will run to a safe space. So this is something I taught him very playfully. Whenever we play together, we tell him like, so how did you do it? That's how he responds to me. This is one instance where in a bus, like, it's not necessarily to be a crowded bus that you imagine, but it can be something like a bus where we went on a long trip where we asked the kid to sit on a stranger's lap. So try as much as possible to avoid the kid sitting on a stranger's lap. Or also teach the kid, if somebody is touching the private part, what to do. First scream, say no, then you say like, if they are still doing it, then try to run away, cry for help, more cry. That's it. These are very small instances. Okay, now let's take another scenario. For example, if the kids are going in an elevator, right, and if the parent is not around, and if there is a stranger in the elevator who is trying to misbehave, so this is something like a very close space, nobody is around, right? Obviously the kid doesn't know what to do, but imagine that we as a parent, whenever we take the kid into an elevator, let's say like we tell the kid like, okay, these are all the buttons in the elevator, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, then there should be a button over there that says help, right? How we press the intercom, tell them like this is for emergency, how you can push it. Whenever you get an opportunity, whenever you're going into an elevator, teach them that this is how you can press it and help will come immediately, right? So that's something like a practical scenario which we can always do. So try doing something like that. But also there comes a situation like, if there is less than a 3-year-old that is with a mom or with a single parent, and how do we protect our kids, right? So um, so we also need like some kind of a tool in that such kind of instance. As a parent, I always use this, or always try to carry this pepper spray. It's there in my purse, a bag, wherever I carry. Like I always keep it in the same spot. So I always imagine like, if somebody is misbehaving, I should take this pepper spray from here. That's one way like I try to imagine and make sure like I'm confident. So because as a parent, I will do anything to save my kids. That's the same thing for all our parents, right? Every parent tries to save their kids. So try to imagine yourself like how you can save yourself, how you can save kids. As long as we imagine and try to picturize ourselves fighting, then we are always strong, and we always give some kind of a motivational stuff to our kids to be strong, because being strong is more powerful. And if you find these informations are like helpful, don't just show this video to your kids, but instead talk to your kids, right? Talk to your kids like, what did you understand about good touch, do you understand about bad touch? Try to interact with your kids. That's how like new ideas spark. You can teach more information to your kids too without scaring them. And again, if you're still asking me the question, why should I teach my kids good touch, bad touch? I think that question is not for me, it's for you. You ask the question to yourself, why should I teach my kid good stuff, bad stuff? That's it. Thank you.